62 million people visited a website that featured a Telegram link to a group that taught men how to R-word women, sleeping women, their wives, girlfriends, and they gave examples of it. How do I know if it's real or not? Or was it like content for these men? Or was it real? Like, it doesn't matter, because why are you propositioning that? Why are you putting that out there? Why are you making that a thing to give to a black-pilled audience? Now, like I said, there's been a bunch of misconceptions about it. 62 million men, that's not true. It's 62 million people has visited his website that features, it's like a little Reddit link, and it goes to links and stuff that's posted. But that's not the thing. I'm not here to debunk that or tell women not to feel safe or they over-exaggerate. The problem is that this is not the only group. This group allegedly had 1,000 men in it. There's other groups. There's multiple groups. And how do you not know if that's your best friend in that group, your cousin, your uncles, any weird people? The stories you learn you as a growing adult that some of the men that you might have looked up to did is disturbing. So I'm not here to tell women not to be fearful and all that stuff. That's definitely not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to give you correct information. But you have to be careful out here. And men have to be responsible. That's what the episode about. Let's break it down. Millions of men around this country have like weird fantasies, right? They have these weird things that happen. I've had friends that do like weird things as well that I didn't know about until after I graduated. It's like climbing walls and stuff that they'll never tell you. And I'm gonna tell y'all a simple truth. Men are surface level. Friendships are very surface level. Outside of your best friends, your regular friend group, you probably don't know nothing about as men, because most men are made to impress other men. It's a weird trope that even I fall into sometimes, in that we are out here to impress other men. It's always from taking your girlfriend when you're younger to the cookout and your uncle say, "I see you, nephew." It's like a thing of pride among men. So we do have surface level relationships, and it's on men to do a better job of figuring out more about the people we hang around and going a little deeper and correcting any weird action that we might see. Because in truth, most men just talk about sports and other things. Catch on the weird things when they say, like, subtly say something and be like, "What you mean by that?" Instead of, "Oh, he's just joking." Maybe he's not just joking. Maybe he's on one of these weird websites looking up weird things and having some weird fantasy about it. And we as men gotta check this behavior. We can't just let it go. We can't say we protect women and then women don't want to be protected, but then when the situation arises to call out something, we don't do it. I don't care if it is 62 million men or just 1,000. It's more than just that 1,000 in that group, because there's a lot of weird black pill fetish sites that we have to call out. And not only that, we have to raise or set an example for young men that a lot of people are not doing right now, especially on this like social media pace that we're on, in which we're just going out there and just talking and just saying things or just being weirdly misogynistic. Andrew Tate won saying weird things, and then the red pill spaces like Dumb and Dumber. I don't give them credit. They like to take credit if you say their name, so they get no credit from me. But Dumb and Dumber is F and F. They just say these weird things, and most of them might not even be straight men. It's just like some weird fetish of getting these straight men to like them. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's signs that they a little zesty. Or these men who probably didn't get women later and then just held this weird grudge against women. So they enjoy this weird company to make women conform to them. Because we live in a society that is kind of making it okay to do this now. Because when I grew up, most people did this weird stuff in secret. Now they do it more openly. They have podcasts on it now. And they like celebrate it, and they do dumb things that hurt themselves. Not only that, because they're insecure in their life. We have like Clavicular doing all these drugs to make himself feel better because he hates himself. all for the approval of other men. I don't even want you to do stuff for the approval of the women. Like, approval of other people and not yourself is weird to me. That's why I always tell you, do things for you. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you want in life. Raised by both parents, you see things. Fortunately for me, I have never heard nothing on my father outside of the certain addictions he had, like cigarettes and alcohol. But other than that, great man. Those problems did prescribe problems, but it wasn't nothing too crazy that my mom couldn't handle. So shout out to that. So I lived in a mostly stable household. So these things are very weird to me when you see it. And even things you hear about other people when you grow older and find out things, it gets a little interesting. And you're like, oh, they were like that. Now, most of these people have passed away. I never speak to these people or see them again. But you start learning more and you're like, man, maybe they did something that I didn't check when I had the opportunity to. And going forward, I'll have to check that. Maybe one of my cousins or something do something weird and I'm like, hey, come here with me. Let's talk. What's wrong? What's going on in your mind? What's good? And this doesn't absolve women from the things they do, but right now we're talking men talk. It's women having the women business. The men got to handle the men business. Ain't enough of that no more. Because it shouldn't be a report that this weird website is out here and there's 1,000 of men in it, and there's multiple on Reddit and other sites of Telegram in which they do this thing. Now, are you gonna stop every man? No. Let's live in a realistic world now. These people will be out there. And women should have fear because you don't know if one of the maybe 1 million, 2 million people that would visit something like this would be on there. You don't never know which one it is. They are trained to like convince you now of like proper behavior. And you be like, oh, I got a gentleman, he's a psychopath. And sociopaths deal with that in general anyway, but still, that's a thing that we have to consider when we talking about these things. On how can we make this better? We should have like gentlemen's, like, I'm trying to think what it would be. A gentleman's course on how to be a gentleman, how to open doors for women, how to do certain things for women, as well as it should be for everyone. Everybody should start taking like better courtesy courses and how to be a civilized human being in a world where people will just bump your shoulder and then they act like they didn't do nothing wrong and blame you for it. I just think society getting a little more unhinged. Like I said, it's always been there, but it used to be more shame in it. Because now these people, even though they think they're anonymous, they still go online and say the weird fantasies. And these dudes putting their pictures and videos online to appease another group of random weird men. It's strange. This is odd behavior. And we gotta figure out how to fix it. Let me know in the comments the things you would recommend on how to fix and change these things, because society need to change for the better, because over the last few years it's been getting weird. And like I said, women got their own problem. Women handle women business, and we got to clean our own house first. So let's do that. I appreciate y'all for listening. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Women, be careful out there, be safe. Learn everything you can. Try to notice signs, even though people are good at hiding it. Men, do the same thing for your friends. Try to correct these actions. I appreciate y'all. Peace.